Welcome to the African Chamber of Digital Commerce Roundtable powered by Decentralized Media. So this is basically a simple chat segment where we get to feature ecosystem movers across Africa and beyond. So what we do at the Roundtable is to create a transformative experience where industry leaders, policymakers, and visionary thinkers are able to converge to share the future of commerce and innovation in Africa. And this event is a unique platform to bring together stakeholders from different sectors to drive collaboration, explore new opportunities, and influence policies that will define the continent's digital landscape. And we welcome you to be a part of this event. Part of what we do here is to also highlight your own engagements, your own projects, your own endeavors, and what you are actually contributing to the growth of the ecosystem. So today we are going to be discussing a very unique topic, emerging technologies, blockchain mass adoption across Africa and Japan, tech ecosystem partnership. So I am happy to welcome everybody joining us today. If you are just joining us for the first time, welcome. It's our pleasure to have you. My humble self, I'll be the host today. We have the founders of INTMAX. I hope I got the pronunciation correctly. INTMAX or INTMAX, please correct me. Then we have Leona Hioki, who is the founder and who is the co-founder and CEO of INTMAX. And we have Mai Fujimoto, I hope I'm right, the co-founder and CMO of INTMAX. Welcome to the African Chamber of Digital Commerce. I'll give you the chance to introduce yourself very shortly, but I'll run through the procedures of our presentation. So we usually have this as a 90-minute segment. We talk through all of the key question and answers. So there's nothing really to worry about. It's a very simple chat style segment, question and answer. And then of course, we'll give the audience a chance to also contribute. So with your permission, we get started with an introduction from Leona. Please kindly introduce yourself to our audience.
Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Leona. I'm really honored to be here. And thanks for the invitation to this podcast. And I've been researching the scalability of Ethereum for many years. And that's why I set up the project INTMAX it was 2 years ago. And basically, our mission was scaling Ethereum for billions, and also making Ethereum the globalized property system and the payment system. So this is our mission, and we went to Nigeria, and actually it was the first time for me to go to Africa. And it was quite amazing, and we stayed here 2 months, and not limited to sightseeing. We did a lot of business in Lagos as well, and it was one of the most fascinating time for me. And so actually the project itself it's a neutral, but the co-founders are really fascinated by Africa. So I'm really happy to be here, and I was really looking forward to chatting with you guys.
Amazing. Welcome. It's a pleasure. I take this opportunity to welcome all the people in our audience watching directly here, participating here, and for the ones who are also watching us live streamed on YouTube, we welcome you. At the end of the question and answer segment, we will be giving you the chance to contribute your questions. So kindly pay attention. And of course, we will give you the chance to ask your question and be a part of the conversation. So Mai, would you be kind to introduce yourself, please?
Yes, sure. So thank you for having me today. I'm Mai, co-founder of INTMAX. And I have been involved in this industry for 12 years, since 2011, So I used to work for many projects as advisor or ambassador, like an influencer but INTMAX is my first project involved in as co-founder. And I am very passionate about this project because 12 years ago, when I get Bitcoin first time, I was so amazed, almost zero gas fee, and we can send the Bitcoin everywhere. So like a borderless currency. And after that, many people using the crypto, the high is increased, and that is the problem. But INTMAX can provide like a near zero gas fee, and it's I think INTMAX mission is like so we can provide the very equally like a equal blockchain for everyone. And yeah, I'm very passionate about this project, and today so excited to share more about the project as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you. We will be delving into the depths of the INTMAX ecosystem, what you offer, gasless transactions, and all of those. We will be getting into the course of that conversation. But let me even ask Leona in the first place. I think you mentioned something very exciting now, how you got your first Bitcoin 12 years ago. Really,
Yeah,
that's a long
me
time.
12. Yeah.
So now I
Yeah.
see why you answer Miss Bitcoin. It's really like 12 years ago. That's quite a long time. But we'll come
Yes,
back
at
to
that
that.
time, thank you.
Okay.
So at that time, nobody knows about Bitcoin. And so like I'm educating and sharing about what is the Bitcoin to everyone, especially in Japan. Yeah, it's like a, very innovative technology, right? Yeah. And I'm still here because as I said recently, many blockchain, layer 1, layer 2, there are many blockchain, but recently there are many, how can I say, not so cheap gas fee. The gas fee is increasing now, and I thought I need to fix this problem. And that's why I and Leona co-founded the INTMAX, and we can provide the almost near zero gas fee. Yeah.
Okay, amazing. Glad to hear that. So, Leona, I'd like to direct this particular question to you. What is the state of adoption currently? First of all, why did you choose to, what's your motivation in blockchain? I mean, everybody have their own motivation. Some are here to create solutions, some are here to look for jobs, some are here to make money, some are here to, everybody's here for different things. So I'd like to know your objective. Why blockchain? I mean, there are several other industries that you could be building your projects or your business in, but why did you choose blockchain precisely? What do you see there?
Yeah, I was doing security engineer before how I came in this industry, in this space. And yeah, basically I was really obsessed by the security or the attack vector, kind of preventing the malicious things for the system. And in that perspective, the blockchain and Ethereum, Bitcoin, they were really amazing, fascinating technology to provide a new kind of point of view for security. And the reason why I'm really interested in security as a whole is so basically without security, we cannot thrive, right? So there's so many goods. Security is kind of in the shadow, basically. So it's not so kind of dramatic or something fascinating for a lot of people. And the people are fascinated by for example, electricity, electric car or their space shuttle, and there are so many fascinating technology in this world. But the security is kind of it's kind of shadow, right? So people do not care about so much, but it's a kind of basis of their kind of prosperity and the civilization, I believe. And to make a more concrete talk, yeah, I was really fascinated by the technology who can send money across the border trustlessly and kind of secured way. So when I send money to another person from foreign country, or when I send another bank account in foreign country, it's a really, how can I say, it's a, no, I felt really unsecured, and it's kind of send money with kind of anxious feeling, right? So, but with this technology, we can send money to everywhere and can to help people, or accelerate some business or innovation in any place without anxious feelings, right? So I think that it's a really good aspect of blockchain technology, and also the kind of core value, most important part of this technology. So that's why I'm still focusing on payments right now. So yeah, that was the background of my motivation for in blockchain industry.
Amazing, exciting. I'm really happy you mentioned deeply about security, how important security is about the fundamental of human existence. Without security, I mean, we wouldn't be here having conversations. So, and then of course, security of data and security of information basically stands true for blockchain technology implementation and scaling across board. So I'd come to you, Mai. Which area really do you think blockchain will impact the most? I mean, we see the influence, we see the presence in DeFi. In fact, some people think blockchain is crypto and crypto is blockchain. You keep explaining and explaining because they believe blockchain and crypto are the same thing, but of course they are not the same thing. Which sector do you think that the blockchain would impact the most? Like, which of the sectors do you think would benefit the most from blockchain?
Yes, the many possibility we have, I mean, the blockchain and the Bitcoins, not the Bitcoin, blockchain and the cryptocurrency. But I think the decentralization concept is very important. And how can I say, now many industry divided of course, payment as well. And how can I say, boeki, Leona?
Trade.
Trade. So yes, everything divided, but blockchain can be connect everyone, regardless the country.
Location,
I think this kind of I think blockchain and crypto have a potential to connect regardless country. Okay. That part is interesting.
Okay,
to me.
amazing. Amazing. So let's talk about emerging markets, right? Industry leaders, key opinion leaders have talked about how much impact that blockchain would make in emerging markets. Of course, Africa being an emerging market with lots of potentials. How do you see this playing out in terms of blockchain adoption and ability to actually make real life impacts in countries across Africa? That's for Leona.
Okay, so yeah, so since that blockchain and it's like the internet, right? So everyone can benefit from that, but basically the people are influenced on the region they are living in. And for example, in Japan, it's a bit strict laws. Law enforcement are happening under it's ruled like that way. So people do not use crypto so much, and people are using crypto for investment. So yeah, one of their key use cases is their store of value, and they can accumulate their wealth or their savings with their cryptocurrency, which is which have a strong strength against inflation. And yeah, they're basically, you can think that the Bitcoin Ethereum they're more important than the other cryptocurrencies in Japan, because it's kind of against their resistant against their inflation, right? So in this context, in developed countries are under kind of aging society, they need their crypto as their store of value to make their savings secured. In another context, like in Africa, it's not aging society. The average age of Nigeria was 18 years old. I was quite surprised by that, because I was living in a country, the average age was 48 years old, right? So in such a society, it's a kind of developing society. People need more kind of actual use cases, and actual use cases like payments, and of course their savings are in USD or Bitcoin or Ethereum, and also their kind of for example, documenting something, how it's timestamp or blockchain for the trial and their codes, and there are a lot of actual use cases, and people are using the blockchain for their daily lives somehow. And this is quite amazing features in cryptocurrency in Africa. So yeah, in short, in Africa, people are not using cryptocurrency as a kind of asset class, and it's a real infrastructure for the future, right? So yeah, I think these aspects I cannot emphasize too much. And I think like the way.
Yeah, amazing. So we've been able to capture the value of blockchain, especially in the African context. What do you think? What's the position of INTMAX in actually pushing for global adoption of blockchain? Of course, especially since you're focusing on emerging markets, how is INTMAX actually positioned to drive mass adoption?
So yeah, we are planning a lot of things, but basically we are focused on the layer 2, and the layer 2 makes their cheap gas costs and the scalability with security, right? So, and among these layers, there are a lot of layers in this industry right now, but the INTMAX is a kind of special position because we are stateless. And stateless means that it implies a kind of more and more scalable in comparison with the other layers. We can achieve the near zero gas fee, and it's a trade-off of the functionalities and the scalability, basically. And yeah, INTMAX has both hyper scalability and also privacy, and it's really cut for the payment, basically. And yeah, we can have a lot of stateless application. People can build a stateless application on INTMAX, but the thing is that we have a bit limited functionality and provide more security and scalability, lower gas cost, and the privacy at the same time. This was the achievement the other project could not do. And for the Africa, people can pay with INTMAX at a really low gas cost. It's about nothing, and people can use that INTMAX, use INTMAX for micropayments, of course, and also big amount of payments. It's also possible. So it's kind of unique payment system even in crypto industry. So let's say Lightning Network is basically a cutout for the micropayments. And the usual layers like rollups are cut out for kind of lots of big amount payments, and INTMAX can do both of them. So the 0.00001 cents you can send to another person, and no, even 1 million is also it's possible to transfer in INTMAX. So it's a big capacity and also the scalability. So that's the reason why one of the reasons why I came to Africa. People need their lower gas fee, and basically people are using a less secured blockchain for the lower fees, and I think that we can provide that same functionality with higher security with reserved decentralization. That's the reason why we have a good match. Oh, Monalisa, you're mute.
Oh yeah, sorry. I was wondering, you've been in Africa, you've been playing in Africa and Japan. Are there some cross-cultural issues you find or challenges or regulatory issues that you'd want to share, like unique situations?
So of course, there are a lot of culture gaps, of course, but their purpose is same. And this is the beauty of crypto. And it's a bit small talk on the side talk, but I want to share. The crypto is the first kind of deep connected global community, actually. So before crypto, people did not do a deeper talk or in global community. So yeah, like do you like Naruto? I love Naruto, and yeah, do you like Michael Jackson? Yeah, I listen to Michael Jackson every day or something like that. It's a kind of limited exchange of opinion before crypto. But crypto make this kind of more deeper connection, kind of have a same purpose for decentralization, same purpose of making a new society with cryptography and mathematics and computer. And so after crypto, the international community and globalized community suddenly get really interesting and not boring. We can stay infinite time in our globalized community without a deep skill of English or languages. So I'm not native speaker of English, but I can speak with a person in crypto industry for over 10 hours maybe, because there are so many things to talk with. And I think
passion,
that
right?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah,
I want to switch, Leona. I want to switch gears a little bit here. For those that are joining us, either online or on YouTube or even part of the virtual audience, I know they're curious about how is blockchain ecosystem is, like in Japan. Starting with Mai, if you could just give us an idea what your role was within that ecosystem, and anything that you can share with us, on what how's the enthusiasm like, in terms of people involved in the whole blockchain space. Just give us a little bit about, share with us, the Japan blockchain, how the Japan ecosystem is, and all the fun stuff.
Yeah, okay. Sure. I will talk first, and Leona, if you can add something, please add some information. Yeah, but so I think many people know that Japan was one of the pioneers globally in establishing details law related to cryptocurrency. Yeah, Japan made a law in 2017, almost 6 years ago, very early time. Okay. And yeah, that was very, Japan get many attention from all over the world. Yeah, I think that it was very good thing. But the problem was regulation was very, 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 very restricted. Okay. That's why after that, so many Web3 blockchain entrepreneur moved to another country like Switzerland, Singapore, Dubai, from Japan. And that was one problem. But recently, the government realized that the problem, and government tried to change like a law to more crypto friendly. And also Japanese government changes like a tax regulation for the crypto. And now Japanese government is very, very become friendly. And I'm like a organizer of Japan Blockchain Week. And this year, Japanese government support our Japan Blockchain Week week. And some minister join us as a speaker. And the time and situation is very changing for better way. Yeah. And now, so for example, US became a very strict regulation, and many, not too many, but some US-based project related to NFT project moved to Japan and set up a company in Japan. Yeah, the situation is very, very changing right now.
Yeah,
awesome.
in
Yeah,
addition
and
to
thank you for sharing that, Mai. And I would like Leona to touch on that as well. To give us his perspective on the blockchain scene, like in Japan.
So yeah, in addition to the milestone, basically their their governments are opening the gate to the many foreign projects to Japan, and also they are fixing a lot of law problems, and it's quite amazing things is happening here, happening there, and the things that are they change their really drastic law, and you can set up a company in Japan, and you can move to Japan without strict visa, and you can stay there 2 years. It's going to be approved by the government, and it's a really kind of extraordinarily open-minded law. It was never been happening in Japan. So I was really surprised with that. And a lot of projects are moving to Japan, and also Japan's infrastructure is quite nice, especially in Tokyo. There are 30 million people living in Tokyo, but almost all of them are satisfied with Tokyo simply because they're super sophisticated infrastructure, like trains and public transportations, and also it's super secured, and also it's cheap right now because of the yen drop, and also the low inflation rate in Japan. So maybe I presume that these are reasons why a lot of foreign projects move to Japan, and also governments are inviting them. So, and also the development of the blockchain, Japan also Japanese engineers are really nice, but they are basically dispersed in many projects. So they are famous developing core dev in Solana from Japan, and maybe I saw the name of Japanese in Avalanche project as well. And there are a lot of excellent coders from Japan to each project, but basically the infrastructure which Japanese which was made in Japan did not achieve many things in this maybe 15 years history of crypto. I presume that Satoshi Nakamoto is not Japanese from my perspective. So if he's a Japanese, Japanese already achieved a lot, but accepting that basically their Japanese-based project did not achieve so many things in this industry for 15 years. And I think that this will be changed with these open-minded law enforcement. So the reason why I'm really super bullish on Japan, Japanese ecosystem. I think that that kind of environment is really works fine for development right now.
Okay, now speaking to blockchain, especially in emerging markets, right? it's still very much new. So much awareness needs to be done, and awareness creation for the whole onboarding process to even take shape, and the possibility of acceleration. So are there programs, maybe arrangements that you have in the INTMAX ecosystem to actually accelerate knowledge building and knowledge building basically to support the whole adoption effort? So
Okay,
yeah,
the
we're
knowledge building. Okay.
yes, knowledge building, educational support for blockchain. Yeah, basically it's a very complex
Yeah.
subject. For some of us who started 5 years ago, worked with different layers, it may be a lot easier. But for someone who is just starting now and maybe not so technical, they might find it a bit of a struggle. So do you have any particular process to address the knowledge gap?
So I think, okay, I will take this first. And okay, first and foremost, the education cannot be done from the project side, in my opinion. And yeah, so for example, yeah, I cannot educate people in Lagos, for example. They're using crypto their daily lives, and they are really informed people are knowing a lot of things which I don't know. And so there something to share we have, and yeah, we can share a lot of knowledge, but no, we cannot educate people. No, they otherwise no, or yeah, maybe on the other hand, they can educate us, but no, they are kind of true crypto users, so hard to educate. And also, I think that there are people are using the crypto in many chains, and it's kind of particular in many regions. So, for example, the Celo is very popular in Africa and in Nigeria, but a few people know about Celo in Japan, and there's a gap. Some chains are famous in Nigeria, and some chains are famous in Japan. It's often happens. So yeah,
So
it depends on the chain.
Question. I'd like to ask which chain is popular in Japan? Which one?
So basically, Ethereum and Bitcoin, of course, they are super famous, and their local chains are yeah, of course, the Polygon is also famous in Japan, and Avalanche is famous in Japan. So there are a lot of traditional finance in Japan. So yeah, Avalanche is famous for that adoption, and also the Hyperledger. A lot of people are using that, and yeah, and some maybe are shady project. I don't know. Yeah, there are a lot of project in Japan, but I think that is quite different from Nigeria.
Very true.
And yeah.
Yeah, in Nigeria, we have Solana, Celo, Polygon, Near. Those are the ones that very have some good presence here. But of course, based on your testimony, it's a bit different out there. Okay, now let's speak to collaboration with the developers, communities, and all. Do you have any ongoing ways, projects that you have designed to engage with local stakeholders or developers?
Okay, so it's related to the knowledge sharing, I think. So we are, of course, we are expanding their community in Nigeria as well. And what we are keeping important is that, okay, first, we communicate with our community with product, basically, and they're publishing a product, and have our users, and they help them try out their product, and we can communicate with their product-based communication. There are a lot of projects that they're building a community without the product, or they're just making a product, but they don't have a community. But kind of INTMAX is a middle way. So we communicate with product, and I think that it's a right way to have our community. And so we publish a wallet 2 months ago, and which was a really secured and easy use wallet. So yeah, that's the start of the community in Nigeria. And we started with the communication with the product, and they're gaining attraction and advices and feedbacks from them, and they update the product. And yeah, we will repeat that again and again. And this is the way we communicate with their people. And also, yeah, I said that it's related to knowledge sharing. There, people need to doubt the product, and in crypto space. Now, crypto space is a quite dangerous space as well. So, yeah, people need to doubt something. And so, yeah, if I say, oh, okay, INTMAX is the most scalable blockchain, but the people need to start from the doubt against that, and then I can explain that how it works and why the stateless architecture is it's superior to stateful blockchain in some context or in some use cases. And that's the reason why INTMAX is focusing the simple use cases which can be built with stateless application. So I think that the right way to start the community are having a lot of feedback and questions to the concept and the product itself. Yeah, I believe it's a good way. And yeah.
Nice. Okay, so something you said struck me. People need to doubt a little more because that would actually force them to start asking questions, ask the right questions, research, basically be a part of the process of product improvement and the whole adoption. So yeah, I think that's a good takeout from this conversation. Now, let's speak about future outlook, right? A lot has happened in 2023 and in the past 3 years in terms of advancement in blockchain. I mean, we are talking about stateless now. We are talking about reduction of gas fees. Some of these were not even part of the discussion. We're talking about mining in a few years ago, but now we've advanced a whole lot beyond that. Now, what do you see? What's your projection towards the next few years? Where are we really going from here?
Okay, so I will take this first. I think that the layer 2 adoption will be one of the biggest event happening right now in everywhere. So also that adoption started in El Salvador, which was a Bitcoin nation, what we call Bitcoin nation, right? So a lot of people were using Lightning Network, and the number of users of Lightning Network suddenly kind of blew up. And that was the start of the layer adoption. And after that, the Ethereum layer 2 came, and a lot of people was complaining about the gas cost of the Ethereum layer 1. But right now it's it's kind of really cheap in Arbitrum and the Scroll and Polygon ZKBM, and there are a lot of layer 2s providing a cheap gas fee. And in 3 years, a lot of things happen, as you said, and not limited to kind of some background free or stuff or something like that. It's there are so many technical advance in these 3 years, and people said that Ethereum would not scale, would never scale 5 years ago. But it scaled in this recent 3 years, right? With the rollup, and people are using rollups, and people are using scalable smart contract with Ethereum security. It's super amazing. We could not expect that 5 years ago, and the miracle is happening, in my opinion. So in the next 3 years, of course, the layer 2 should be the mainstream with crypto industry, and people will have more secured blockchain, and more money can be poured into blockchains. It's not talking about I'm not talking about the investment. I'm talking about the total value locked on chain, and maybe it will be bigger and bigger, and it will be amazing. Thanks to the security of Ethereum inherited by layer 2s, right? So layer 2 is the main reason we have a lot of amazing stuff. And another stuff I'm looking for the possibility of the new cryptographic primitives and cryptography technologies like signature-based witness encryption, which is came after ZKP. A lot of people are really enthusiastic about ZKP right now. But the next 3 years, the witness encryption, signature-based witness encryption will be one of the big event in this industry. I really believe so, because we can control the information outside of the chain from the state of Ethereum or smart contract. This usage will be unlocked in 3 years. This will be practical, and so it's the next step of the smart contract, and it's the same impact of the emergence of smart contract itself, I believe so. So yeah, I think that layer 2 and signature-based witness encryption, these two are the most important technology in next 3 years or 5 years.
Interesting. So ZK rollups, total value locked, advancements, more investment, and all of these are possibilities that we see coming forward in the next few years, and that's really gets me excited. And we've talked about the positioning of INTMAX. We've talked about a lot of things. If you're just joining us, welcome to the African Chamber of Digital Commerce Roundtable, organized by Decentralized Media. We've had the privilege of speaking to the team at INTMAX, Leona Hioki, who is the co-founder and CEO of INTMAX, and of course, Mai Fujimoto, who is the co-founder and the CMO at INTMAX. And we've talked about a whole lot of things. We've discussed the role INTMAX is playing to push further for adoption of blockchain across the African markets. We talked about the differences between the Japanese market, the African market. We've talked about similarities. We've talked about the future of blockchain adoption. We've spoken to the challenges of the markets here in Africa. We've spoken to quite a range of things. If you're just joining us, please help also retweet. A lot of persons can benefit from this conversation. I mean, we are talking about the future of emerging market, the future of Africa, and how Africa can be positioned in terms of emerging market benefiting from these new technologies as they are arriving. So thank you so much for the conversation so far. I've been enjoying gaining from your knowledge. Now, what we do next is to actually open the floor for contribution or questions from the audience. I can see quite a number of persons who are participating directly from here. So if you'd like to ask your question directly, please indicate and I will give you the opportunity to speak. Or if you want to drop your questions in the comments box, we will be picking it up from your end as well to participate in the conversation. So one last question before we round it off. So we are going to talk about in terms of regulatory framework, right? You've spoken to the differences that you find, right? And blockchain, as it were, most people do not believe in blockchain because it's not physical. They can touch it. You can touch the blockchain. So it becomes a bit complex to scale across borders, different countries and all. So what do you think? Some people say, oh, it's beautiful, let's regulate. Some say, no, we going back to centralization. We do not want centralization. This is supposed to be a decentralized technology. What's your own opinion about regulation of the blockchain ecosystem?
So yeah, in my opinion, so it's very important about the balance, regulation, and innovation.
Okay.
If we will make this balance, so great innovation will never happen. And like Japan was strict regulation, but they changed the role for more innovative project. I think this kind of balance is very, very important. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead, please.
I think that yeah, no, I'm following Mai's opinion, and basically their innovation is not consequence of the regulation. Basically, regulation disturbs no innovation, and so there a lot of innovation happen in the freedom free nations they're no kind of liberal nations in these 2nd century. So it's a kind of proof of the importance of the freedom outside of the regulation, or with less regulation for innovation, right? So, and I think that regulation is kind of okay. It's a bit drastic expression. It's like a trash. So no, it's necessary and it's natural to have trash from my house and your house, right? And everybody makes trash, but we need to maybe it's with better to produce less trash, right? So the regulation is kind of necessary, and it's everywhere, but we need to minimize that. And so I think that that's a clever regulator which that clever regulators do in her liberal areas, and people are thinking for the minimum regulation for each country, and I think that it's really important point. And so regulators are basically there. It's a great job, and it's making a less trash, and I believe so.
Thank you. So we are gradually coming to the end of today's session. We collectively agree that regulation is important in order to provide room for sustainability, scalability, and to manage the crisis in the industry. I mean, we've seen so many crises in the industry. Just as you mentioned, people need to ask more questions. People need to participate, find out things for themselves instead of just believing anything that they find out there. And then now we're speaking about regulation as to what extent is regulation necessary, the role that the government would have to play. Some have had discussions with lots of persons who believe that the industry should regulate itself, but that doesn't look like it's going to happen, or even if it's happening, how efficient is it in terms of long-term projection and what the industry can actually become, right? We are talking about safety of investment. We are talking about trust. We are talking about security, security like in its natural sense and in terms of security of fund and all of those. So let me see if we have any interesting questions from the audience. I can see Ree, I can see Abdul Kader, and a number of persons. Would you mind, do you have any questions regarding our conversation today or contribution in terms of what we've been discussing so far? I can see Mr. Eric, I see your hand up. Is that?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Monalisa and Mai. Thank you for being here today, and Leona. Thank you, just doing an exceptional, job responding to the questions. And my question is, Eric KAIGAMA first, for those that are joining now. Eric KAIGAMA, the president and also the CEO of the Africa Chamber of Digital Commerce. We're an advocacy as a service organization with an African, and our focus are mostly in the emerging tech, and we're glad to have INTMAX here today. Been hosted and moderated by Monalisa Agbata, so we're very thankful. The question is, I know you've done your strategic race. How does that help you to accomplishing your global goal, starting with Africa? Starting with Mai, and then Leona can top it up as well. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. So let me, your question is like, sorry. Oh, whoa. Well,
what was the purpose of the strategy round, and what was the consequence strategy round?
Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, so we just closed our strategic round. So yeah, after we closed the seed round, many VCs connected us to invest. But this time we only welcome to like a VC who can be like a really strategic partnership. We can do like a strategy partnership. And we have one good investor from Nigeria as well. Name is Kepo Africa Ventures. And Kepo Africa Ventures, the Japanese founders operated this fund, and they are based in Nigeria for more 10 years. And they have a Nigeria market and of course Japanese market both. And yeah, they are very help us to how can I say, like a community building, business development in Nigeria. And we welcomed the VCs, that kind of partnership, not just investment, working together. Yeah.
Definitely, there are a lot of projects. We're definitely going to be facilitating because I've been for a couple of years now. I thought, just the fact that the high gas fee has been problematic in terms of, just launching, projects, because if you do the math and if you look at the gas fee, it doesn't really make sense, especially if you're trying to solve problems, in rural Africa, for instance. So when I saw what drew my attention, my very good friend, Ken Nakamura, shared that, and I saw the fact that you were the main fact you're focusing, trying to get, the gas fee to near zero, really attracted my attention, and I'm glad, we've connected and hopefully we wish you success, and and hopefully we're able to be part of that journey as well. So now I'll nudge it back to Monalisa to continue. Thank you.
Yes, it's been my pleasure having this conversation with the both of you, speaking to the future of the INTMAX projects, especially here in Africa, the impact, the opportunities, and everything in between. And what we do here at the Chamber is basically helping create awareness, right? Create awareness, create opportunities for conversations. We've had the opportunity to host a lot of dignitaries here, sharing their opinion and sharing their own advancements, their contributions to the African market. So we are more than willing to support in every way possible the good work that you're doing, of course, with our advocacy as a service, having this type of conversation and helping our own audience to also know of your existence and the great work that you're doing in the African market. I'd like to extend my gratitude to you for spending this time with us, gracing our roundtable, and we look forward to the possibility of future engagements with you, getting to learn your progress, getting to see what you've been able to achieve. And of course, we hope that you are able to do as much as you want to in the African market for the good of the economy and everyone involved.
I think, Monalisa, I think we have a question from Abdulkader. Somebody has their hand before. You can just ask your question if you are in the audience, in the virtual audience.
Yes, please. If you have a question, kindly throw that in. Let's have your question before we round off. I can see that in the chat box. Please identify so you can speak.
Oh, I will take a look on there.
Okay.
Chat.
Okay, hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Okay, thank you for having me. Leona spoke on the mass adoption of blockchain technology compared to previous years. So my question was, sorry. what challenges do you foresee in implementing blockchain technology in diverse environments?
So, okay, still the key management is a problem, and yeah, a lot of our projects, including us, are working on it. And so we need to make our grandmothers and mothers able to use blockchain and crypto asset, and otherwise it's kind of limited to geek, right? And if it's limited to geek and and the young people are, it cannot be like internet, right? So internet, almost every single person can use internet and using internet these days, but there are few people are not using crypto yet, and it's changing. The situation is changing in Nigeria as well, in Africa as well. But yeah, the rest of the world they are not using crypto so much right now, and it seems that the proof of human and the proof of kind of person is quite difficult. There's no key inside our body, right? So it should be given by somebody or some algorithm. So it's a bit annoying stuff we need to fix. And otherwise, people cannot use crypto so much, right? This is the first challenge regarding the mass adoption. And the second one is that, yeah, bug under DeFi so there are a lot of bugs in crypto industry, and it's decentralized and unstoppable. So the bugs are unstoppable as well, right? So it's sometimes make strange situations that like a North Korea hacker, they are super wealthy right now, right? So they hack a lot of DeFi's in these 4 years, and I think that this should be fixed somehow. And the first things we can do is AI, right? So the ChatGPT, it's surprisingly, we input our Solidity code to just ChatGPT. They can audit somehow, right? So if it gets better than now, if we can improve that kind of technology, so security audit will be zero cost, near zero cost, right? So there will be no vulnerable dApps are left on chain, I guess. Basically people will have an audit from AI or ChatGPT with near zero gas cost. So that's why I'm very bullish on Solidity still as well. And that's the one direction. And second direction is that don't hurry too much. So the most important protection for DeFi right now is not so enthusiastic about our DeFi actually. It's because people are rushing to launch the product in DeFi space, right? So that's the main reason why a lot of bugs left in DeFi space. So the to secure DeFi or to make secure DeFi or to make secure dApps we should not hurry. So the market expecting so much stuff, so much rewards and so much kind of good stuff for DeFi and decent application, but it should be more stable and kind of stable and at the same time passionate, right? So it's kind of dangerous right now because of their kind of sudden passion, which is driven by market, which is really volatile market, and it's not a good way to have a stable development on the blockchain. And the blockchain ecosystem and the DeFi ecosystem, such stuff should be more incentivized calmly and stable reward. And I think that way works. And that's all about the next challenge about the vulnerability or the security of application on blockchain, especially on Ethereum.
Thank you. And before I nudge it back to Monalisa, one second here, let me thank our advisory board member, engineer Liu Aziz, for being part of the virtual audience, and also the attendees as well. We thank you for the questions, and I'll nudge you to Monalisa to basically wrap things up. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Really, I'm happy to see Dr. Aliyu Aziz, a former guest here. We are happy to welcome you back. Thank you, Leona. Thank you, Mai. It was really a pleasure having you here today. The replay of this will be on YouTube in case you want to share with your audience, and then we could generate even more visibility for what we've discussed here. It's really a pleasure. Thank you so much. We look forward to your success in the African markets, and we will be more than glad to also share your journey as we proceed. And that brings us to the end of today's edition of the Roundtable at the African Chamber of Digital Commerce. We'll be happy to bring you subsequent editions. Stay tuned to our channel, and we will make more information available as to our next schedule.